I'm Darren with Akshon Esports, and this is Action Recap, the show where we highlight various ongoing stories within the esports community. 4 months into the first season of the Overwatch League, and we are already seeing players experiencing burnout, with Dallas Fuel in particular having been hit the hardest. Earlier today, members of the Overwatch community noticed that the Dallas Fuel players and staff now follow Don Kalkstein on Twitter. NBA fans may know Kalkstein from his work with the Dallas Mavericks as their director of sports psychology, or with his position as senior advisor to the general manager of the Texas Rangers. It seems that he'll be adding esports to his resume by working with the Dallas Fuel in some capacity. It has been more or less accepted that teams should have the resources available to help players cope with stress. Some teams have player development coaches, while there are others like Shanghai who have recruited the assistance of psychologists to help their players deal with the pressure that comes with the pro player lifestyle, which, as we've seen, can be difficult given the age and maturity of certain players. This stress won't be going away and likely will only get more difficult to cope with as players start getting into relationships, taking on more responsibilities as they get more experience, and having to fly around once localization begins. Having professionals like Kalkstein on hand to provide assistance will be key to maintaining player mental health and career longevity. We'll have to see if other teams potentially look to enlist the help of similar professionals in the near future. While we are still on the topic of player burnout, it seems that time away from the Dallas Fuel is doing Effects some good, as he's been streaming from a PC bang in Korea and looking happier than ever. For our next story of the day, xQc appeared in an Ice Poseidon daily vlog and spoke on camera with Ice in an impromptu interview. For a bit of context, Ice Poseidon is an extremely popular American IRL streamer who rose to fame from RuneScape and being publicly banned on Twitch for being swatted off an airplane at the Phoenix airport after a viewer called in a bomb threat under his name. After explaining his living situation at the moment, giving back his apartment to the Fuel, and moving into the caster house for a week before needing to find new accommodations, Ice Poseidon proposed for xQc to join him in a new streamer house that he's looking to set up.
You know, I'm trying to start a streamer house.
Yes. YouTube stuff?
YouTube stuff. I mean, you can stream on Twitch.
If you're streaming gaming, like, you'll be fine. It's not like anyone's going in your room that are banned or anything.
Yeah, just walk.
Perfectly fine.
I mean, all I need is like a place that I can fucking yell. Yeah. I can throw shit.
We're trying to get a big mansion for like 10K a month. I'm looking for some other streamers, and you just stay in your room and play Overwatch.
That sounds pretty good, to be honest. Can I yell and throw shit and break shit?
Do whatever you
want.
want.
Please.
Yeah?
Do whatever you want.
You can do the same thing Hyphonics does in this room.
For our last story of the day, there's a science teacher in Detroit using Overwatch to teach his students about physics. Detroit science teacher Nick Link uploaded a video titled "Temperature of Maze Spray in Overwatch Calculation" to YouTube this week, showing how he and his students solved an Overwatch-related physics problem, which was: what temperature would the substance from May's endothermic blaster have to be to freeze Soldier 76 solid? I'll leave a full link to the video in the description box below, but after using Newton's law of cooling and setting some parameters for a human body and based on the 1.4 second freeze time in the game, the students reached the following conclusion. May's endothermic blaster only creates a layer of ice freezing a few millimeters of her enemies. This might explain how May can enter cryostasis and be unscathed, despite being momentarily encased in ice. And with that, that's all for now, but if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and share as it really helps out the channel a lot. Otherwise, subscribe to stay up to date with all of our latest releases and hit that bell to stay notified. Or you can also follow us on Twitter, as sometimes YouTube's notification system just simply doesn't work, and you can stay up to date that way. It's been Darren from Akshon Esports, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.